John Bell from themaclife.com, here with Demetrious Johnson, UFC flyweight champion and big video game enthusiast. First off, Demetrious, what are your thoughts on the game? It looks incredible.
Yeah, the game's great. They did a lot of updating with the motion MP tech. That's one of the biggest things they added into it. And like I said before, it's the movement in the game that seems so fluid with this. And now they added when you go forward, you can punch. When you go backwards, you can punch go on an angle, which is more realistic than the previous one where you move forward, punch, back, punch. It's like playing fucking Joust, and now you're playing fucking like Mario Brothers.
And first off, one of the things I want to talk about is your fight against Ray Borg was, what, only a few weeks ago, I guess, at this point, and your finish has been iterated and put into the game. What's it like to see that from our perspective? We watched that on TV, now you're kind of watching it on TV.
Yeah, you know, it's always amazing like what the motion capturing guys can do. Literally, I saw them like maybe a couple days after my fight, and we were in the elevator and he goes, hey, we're heading back to the studio right now to get that motion capture in it, and we're looking forward to see them pull them off. It's amazing. And you know, nobody's never seen that submission before in their life, and they never had that submission before in their life in the game UFC 2. They could have added, but they didn't have the creativity to do it, and I was able to give it to them, so that's pretty cool.
What was the main difficulty in bringing this to the screen?
I mean, difficulty is challenging. I mean, it's a pleasure to work on a game like this, obviously. I think the biggest thing for us every year is there's always like a million things we want to do, but we only have time to do 500,000. So that's always the challenging part, is like deciding, like, prioritizing what are the 500,000 things we have to do, were the most important ones. And for us this year, the most important one was real player motion technology, just overhauling the stand-up striking gameplay experience this year, which people are getting hands-on with right now. So that was the biggest priority, and it's had the biggest impact for sure, end-to-end.
Right. Just in your presentation there, you mentioned how you took in fan feedback to quite a great extent in terms of developing this game. What in the previous 2 iterations of the EA Sports UFC franchise, what did you have to amend the most in order to bring this?
I mean, we learn things every iteration, but I think you know, there's also a difference between fan feedback and then fan data, because what we really like to look at is like in-game telemetry of how people are playing the game. And so when we saw this year, or saw on UFC 2, that, you know, even with all the improvements we made to the ground game and adding dynamic interactive grappling, still 85% of the time people spent, you know, fighting on their feet, you know, just punching and kicking. So that's what we knew. If we really want to make big inroads and make an impact on making people feel like, hey, this is a whole new experience, that investing in the stand-up gameplay is where we had to be, or where we had to go, and that's why we sort of focused on real player motion technology and updating the stand-up gameplay. But you learn different things every single time around, and that's what's great, is that you know, we're going to be making video games for a long time, and there's always room for improvement.
They go down as the greatest of all time. You need to put them away every single time.
I'll knock that smug look off your face.
Oh, you think so? You what?
The talk and I talk and I talk. I back it up.
I am a God, even though I'm a man of God. My whole life in the hand of God. So y'all better quit playing with God.
Ireland, stand up. We're about to do it again.
I am a God. I am a God.
My tank is overhead.
Whoa! Oh my God! Who's better? Who's that rapper? Oh!
This is awesome.
Y'all better quit playing with God.
Have I been wrong yet?